Hello, everyone. Jane here from Your Way Weight Loss. How are we all doing this morning, afternoon, evening, everyone?
I mean, it's a beautiful day here today. I hope it's a beautiful day tomorrow. It's supposed to be a beautiful day tomorrow because we're recording like right on time.
I know. I think we should call it right on time. I don't feel behind. I actually think this is a fun way to do it because then we can like talk about it and then it's like coming out tomorrow.
Podcasts are also easy. Like for us, it's like we can be apart. We love it.
Yeah. There's no pressure.
No
There
pressure.
any expectations, standards? Not really.
Lower all expectations. If you have just started to listen to this podcast, lower them way low.
Okay, so before we start, we just want to remind you to follow us on Instagram. Make sure to follow us on TikTok as well. That's where we give tons of advice, and we're just there a lot. We're super fun, super fun.
Extra fun on Instagram. I mean,
Yeah.
we just share all the things, talk all the things. It's like the safe place, eh?
Why is it like I open up that app and I'm like, what else can I talk about with my life? What else can I share here? Oh my God! Speaking of that, this is like the third girl that tells me that her husband, spouse, or whatever, or boyfriend is like, what does she do? Like, does she just like share every little detail of her life? And then she's like, the girl that I was talking to, she's like, yes, and we love it. And we can't wait for it to be more stories. And then she said, I see him, I'm in bed and I'm watching your story. I sit and I'm like, I'm gonna see what Jose was up to today. And you can see his neck kind of like reaching out to see. And then I told him, just follow her. Just do it. Just follow her so you can watch on your own time and not be behind me. So funny. When other girl said like these are two different instances, and she's like, I saw that my boyfriend started following you. Like he actually started following you because he said, you know what? I like what she has to say when it comes to like nutrition and like the way to live your life. So I like it. And I'm here for it, guys.
He'll have to do a lot of skipping then past the. So everyone, I was thinking.
Today, everyone, I shall wear a blue shirt and
Um,
then I'll change again. Oh my God. I
I
like to
wonder
say
what
everything.
men's how they use Instagram different than women. Like I feel like Instagram stories, I feel like those would appeal more to women than men for sure.
Okay, so if I'm thinking of Jeff, he is probably I don't want to I don't know which platform he uses more. I'm gonna ask him right now. You guys ready? Jeff, poste plus de temps sur Facebook ou Instagram? Facebook. I was gonna say, Melcy, I was gonna say I think I see him scroll more on Facebook, but he uses Facebook very differently. Like what I see on Facebook is not what Jeff sees on Facebook. So I think he uses Facebook for like knowledge and see what's up, and like what he follows is very I don't want to say educational, but he like definitely doesn't scroll to see what his buddies are up to and like who was partying this weekend. Whereas like I see it as entertainment. Like I don't go on Facebook, honestly. I don't scroll on Facebook, but I definitely go through stories of my favorites on Instagram. So if I'm your favorite and you're going to my stories, I really like you.
Neil doesn't even know how to work stories or watch.
It's
I
actually
showed
sad
him.
because he'd be perfect for it because what he
Perfect.
does, he actually like what a person would put on a story, he makes a post out of it. I love us so much right now. Your face. It's so true.
But what he likes to be able to tweak the photo, and he like can't do that as much in his story, so he likes it on his feed. Anyways, I tried to explain it to him, but I said you can still do that, but like go in your stories. You're super entertaining. People love you. You have funny things to say that will reinforce you. He's like devastated by the fact that he only has 800 followers on Instagram.
I don't want to say this, but like it's because of us and us talking about, you know what I mean? Like 800 followers is actually a lot of followers. If he didn't have you as a wife, he wouldn't have that many followers just with his content. You see what I mean?
Yes.
It's like Dia has 500 followers. It's just because I'm her mom and I did this.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't have like content at all. So it's not because like, and it's the same for us. Like, the reason why we have the one that we built was really Your Weight Loss. That's us that built that, and then the rest, anything that comes after that, is because of that. It's like Soul Studio. Like, you know what I mean? Like it has like
Yes.
1,700 followers. Well,
Yeah.
and it got that in 2 days, but it's because you promote it, it's because of me. But you can see what I mean? Like, it's just
Yes.
because of the connection.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Don't tell him that though. Don't tell him that he has 800 followers because you're his wife.
He gets it. He gets it. People call
He's
him,
here for it.
and people call him Mr. Stafford. That's the worst because
Does he
because
like
I
it?
didn't change my name. So, and people that don't maybe know that, but know me, know is my husband, they call him Mr. Stafford. And I'm like, ooh, that's gotta hurt just a little bit.
That gotta hurt. That's funny. That's
Yep.
funny. Does he hurt? Does it hurt? Or is he like, no, I don't think
He's
anything hurts him.
he is so not we're very similar to that. Like, I don't need a lot of formality to, like, I didn't need like the big diamond ring. I didn't need a traditional wedding. I didn't need, like, I don't care. Who knows if we're even married?
Yeah. We don't even know.
No.
No.
The ceremony was in Spanish.
Yeah. The guy must have like just said anything.
We don't know.
We don't know. And you're like, I do.
Sure. I signed a piece of paper.
Yeah. That must mean something. A scrap piece of paper. That's how we do business.
Pretty much.
Pretty
I
much.
actually, yesterday I was like working. We were watching a movie with the kids, and I like had my like stack of paper, and Neil's like, "Are you serious?" It's how we work.
It's how we work. I definitely have a lot of stacks of paper. And even like sometimes I print out something and two things come out when I really just wanted the first piece of paper. And the second piece of paper is just like basically like the words on top and the bottom of an email. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like, anyways, and I keep it so that I can just write things on it.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not
do.
throwing that out.
I
Yeah,
do.
because I know I need all of the scraps of paper.
You do.
Okay, everyone. Hello. I am battling this like weird cold. I also feel like every time I listen to myself in podcasts, I'm like, I always sound nasally and coldish, and like maybe it's just me, and maybe that's just my voice. Know what I mean?
I could tell yesterday when I was listening to your 1 million Insta stories that you
Absolutely.
were feeling that.
Actually,
there was something-
yesterday I was very calm. There was like nothing. I was very sad about my presence on Instagram yesterday.
There's at least 35 stories about how to wake up early.
Oh, okay. The one on your weight loss. Okay, no, I did great on your weight loss. You're right. I know how do I explain? Like, I think people just think like you're born to be like a morning person, and I think that's actually like quite a remarkable change I made in my life, and such a limiting belief that I was not going to be a morning person, and like how you can really shift who you want to be. Like I remember saying out loud, I want to be the person that like sleeps until 10 a.m. when my kids are gone. And then I turned and I'm like, oh, I want to be the person that wakes up at 5 a.m. now. Like, it's very interesting.
Yeah, no, I think people can really connect to that because that's one thing I think a lot of people want. But also what was really good is you explained how you changed your habit, and that those strategies and tools can be applied to any habit you want to change or create. So it was a very powerful message.
Yeah. And it was not all or nothing. Like, it was very much like I took and also applying content. Like, I felt like I did so good in terms of like reading the book, knowing which habit, Atomic Habits, that's the book we're talking about. So we read the book with our members. Like, so Alicia and I read the book, and then we created our meetings around that topic or around those ideas with weight loss, of course, and changing your habits, right? And how it becomes so innate. Is that how I would say it? Wow. And did I think I I did that at the right moment. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So for me at that point, January 2021 is I wanted to start the habit of waking up early. And I really read the book, took in our content, took in like the way I saw it, and then applied it. And I think that a lot of people are like, give me. Tons of people take in content every single day, but applying it to your life and actually listening to advice. I'm not big on that, but like listening to advice. It was, and also just like being you, but realizing that I'm the person that literally will not do something she doesn't want to do. And I am not all or nothing. Like, I am not like that. As much as like, I think people watch me like, oh, she goes all in. And like, I'm actually the very flirty type, very slow and steady, not talking shit, blah, blah, blah. And that gets me results at the end, real results.
I agree. No, you're amazing like that. I have to work a lot harder to not be that really overly over the top. You have, like,
Yes.
Sometimes Jose is like, calm down.
Take your time. Take your time. No, for real. I don't know why. I don't know. I haven't always been this way, but I realized that it wasn't making me happy to be that way, to be like super, and I wasn't always getting the results I was looking for. So anyway, so I read Atomic Habits and really looked at, it's quite simple, like the 5 things that make it attractive, make it accessible, make it like basically unavoidable. And I made it my way. So in my life, so people would be like, oh, I can't do that, I don't have a dia. Are you serious right now? Like, then you have to go, like, I never said this was the way, this was my way, you know? No one said that, but I just want to say if someone thought
It's
that.
literally just like weight loss. Like, and that's why we do not teach people to do it the way that we do it. We obviously share, we're open books, but like at the end of the day, you need to go into your life and figure out how you're going to make this work in
Yeah.
your environment. And all those other diets are just saying, do this. I don't care about your life and you'll lose weight.
Yeah. I'm thinking about how every day we take in content, whether it's content for weight loss, whether it's content for business, whether it's content like just like what our friends are up to, and how it's so important in 2022 to be a critical thinker, like more than ever, because you get so much unvaluable, not a word, content. Like you're gonna see and hear and think so many thoughts in a day that add no value to your life, and you almost need to like pick and choose what you're gonna move forward with. Like if not, like it's gonna be too much, you guys.
And not only what adds value, you could listen to a ton of stuff that adds value, but you can't implement 13 new ideas today.
Yeah. Like I'm thinking about how you need to be able to look at content. I don't know what I said or did. I made a post and someone comment, oh, TikTok, of course. And it was like, carbs are not bad for you. That was like, everybody say it with me, like, carbs are not bad for me. I should not fear carbs. Okay, good talk. And of course, the first comment is someone that's like, well, carbs aren't bad, but if different bodies, react differently. I'm like, of course. Of course, like, but like that was not the point of this content that I just made. And also your first words were, yeah, you're right, carbs are not bad. Done then. Like you don't have to continue. And also like often we put out content, like I'm gonna do a content about sugar today. I can't wait. So I'm gonna do sugar, and what's gonna happen is people are gonna point out why for them my piece of content doesn't work for them in those exact words. And I'm like, that's why you cannot live a life where you think all of the things you see and hear in a run of a day apply to you. They don't apply to you. If I'm like, I'm so happy in my marriage and you're going through a divorce, this is not applying to you. This is not content for you today. So I just feel like we need to, and the reason why it's so important to be critical thinkers is because like I truly believe that if you're not, happiness is going to you will struggle to be happy, because you'll always be fighting for like you, like then don't take in, like, anyways, I just feel like people are struggling to critical think, and I think that's the societal issue right now with happiness, like,
It's like part of it is critically thinking, is like looking at something and saying, okay, like, do I need to be upset by this or whatever? And part of it is just being so easily offended or upset with what other people are saying with other opinions.
right.
You know what I
Is it
mean?
maybe emotional maturity, like
Yeah.
being able to really, like, I can look at something and have like an opinion, but it's next level to that your emotions go so at a
Yeah.
certain place that you have to comment. Like
Yeah.
I also get, I don't even want to use the word triggered, but I also get emotions, emotional responses to
That's a
certain things
better
I
way to say
see.
it.
Emotional response.
Yeah.
And I feel like, of course, I see V Shred on TikTok, and he's just bashing anything that's related to anything else than just like pumping iron at the gym. And I like, there's an emotional response to him, like yak jumtan, okay, but like I regulate my emotional response by just keep scrolling instead of, oh, emotionally responds high intensity, then it's commenting, letting it be upset ruins my day. Like that's
Yeah.
like, it's like almost that level.
Yeah.
Emotional response.
I like that so much better than the word trigger, because that word
Yeah.
trigger is so overused, and how,
And misused as well.
misused. Like I am triggered buy certain things, but I almost don't want to say that out loud because of that word. So I certainly have emotional responses to certain things. But like we were talking about our happiness, investing in commenting negatively on things on social media is just, or even in person. Like if you're having a conversation with someone, we're so much less likely to do it in person. And they're raising their kids in a way that you totally disagree with, keep that shit to yourself. Like we just need to kind of stay in our own lanes, figure out what makes us happy and find a way to show up more consistently in that way for ourselves.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think that at the end of the day, you're winning by, and it's not about like, don't say anything. Like, we are opinionated women. We definitely speak up when things are right or wrong to that extent. But I truly believe that right now it's not even about like, for me, it just, if it doesn't change anything in my life, I don't
Yes.
see why having, such a strong, I can have strong opinions. If you ask me, I will tell you, but it's the whole, like, you feel like that's your place and it really isn't right now. Okay. So let's go and talk about our day, social media day. That was last Friday. Super fun day. Alicia McCarville is following us on TikTok right now, you guys. So that is super exciting.
No big deal.
So I didn't know Leash, and I was like, there's like one part, my TikTok is not, it's like the app is not notifying me in real time. It's like stuck. It's like, it always says 99 plus and it's always the same. Like I always get the same notifications. I would maybe have to close the app and come back, but I don't know my password. So So, I mean, I would figure it out, but you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't care. So I was looking at who actually was following, and we get tons of followers every single day because we post every day. But anyways, scrolling, seeing like, okay, how many an hour do we get? Or like during that time, we got a lot of followers probably because of that TikTok. I'm just trying to figure out a little bit which ones get more like I want to follow and not just I want to like this TikTok. And there she was. Alicia McCarville started following you. And I was like, yes. We just want her to know that we exist.
Yeah.
And whether we would to work with her at one point or not, I mean, there's so many people out there that we would love to work with in terms of, and that's if they would need our service. And what we mean by that is if someone's like, I want to create a better relationship with food, I want to have a positive mindset. That's how we see being able to help people. It's never like this person needs to lose weight. I just really want to clarify that. For us, it's like we hear language. Like even Cat Nat, for me, say language. It has nothing to do. Like I think they're beautiful inside and out. I think that like there's nothing. I don't look at them and think weight loss at all. I just hear them, and I just feel like there's like myths that they're still like the average person that believes in certain exercises and in certain ways and in certain like. So for me, I think that's where I think we would help them.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. When we see people, we're like, oh, you should lose weight and come with us. It's like we know that we could help people have a better relationship with food and maybe their bodies. And we can, and I mean, we're just all Canadian. I think it should be Cat and Nat, Alicia and Jose, Birds Papaya, Alicia McCarville. And
is Birds Papaya Canadian?
Yes.
I did not know that. Wow. Where is she? Toronto?
I think I don't know if she's in Toronto or like Ontario, like the outskirts.
Okay, somewhere. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I agree. I think we all have our things. And I just feel like, you know how we educate people on having the right, I don't say educate them on having the right mindset, but like just beliefs, like their societal beliefs that are wrong, like carbs are bad and I shouldn't eat after 7 and whatever. Like those are the myths. Society has struggles with weight loss myths. Like they still believe certain things. I think that's our space in this world to like bust the myths and I hear these people saying those myths. So I know they believe that. So I just want to be that person in their life to be like, girl, you don't have to do that. This is how a body works. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. So early morning, wake up at 4 a.m. We wanted to drive up the day of because just like going the night before, and also it was rainy the night before. I'm actually really happy we decided to do that. Sleep in our own beds.
Yeah.
And just like we knew that if we were going out the night before, we would have gone to bed late and whatever. I don't know. I was fine with it. You were too.
It really solidified when I couldn't get a reservation at Bicycle Thief. Like if I would have been able to get a reservation, I would have been like, let's go and let's get everything on the menu.
Yes. And Jesse, if Jesse would have come with us as well, like we would have made more of a thing, but it was just Alicia and I were like, you know what? We got this. We can wake up at 4 a.m. and look pretty and go. So we rocked it. We stopped at Tim Hortons twice. Alicia went in Moncton, but then we went somewhere in between Moncton and Halifax and got a belt. What did you get? No, a belt, but on English muffin.
So good.
Oh my God, c'était bon.
Did you see they have habanero sauce now? I was like,
What is habanero sauce?
Spicy.
Oh, you like the spicy. You guys, we're still eating Tim Hortons. We absolutely love and adore Tim Hortons. Speaking of Tim Hortons, did you see why Justin Bieber had to cancel his concerts?
Yes.
Poor buddy. And then I'm like, well, holy shit. That's why in his commercial, there's only one side of his face. That's why he's standing like this and they're only filming one side of his face. There's no way they're like, this is the commercial we're going to do. We're just going to see half of your face and we're going to be on the side and you're just going to go like it happened all at the same time. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, why is your neck like that? And why are you just seeing half of your face? It was such an odd position to put him in.
I mean,
at the end of the table.
I feel like the commercial was probably filmed before it came out.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes, but he's had this for a while. Like he's had this for a while. Yes. He's like canceled a few shows. He said it started in his, like maybe there was like this break and like he said it started in his ear. And it's definitely like quite ironic that this happened all at the same time.
I agree.
I talked bad about his commercial because I actually commented on that on the other podcast. I said, what is wrong with his neck? Why is he sitting that way? That would make sense to me.
Poor
that they
buddy.
saw like there was something happening. Maybe it wasn't as bad, but there was like something happening there.
Yeah.
And also his commercial is just him, no facial. Like it's like him. And it's like, it's here. Like he doesn't even talk. And then the other commercial, he's on his side. I mean, it's pointing me in all the directions.
I need to go see these commercials.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah. There's no like talking. And the only talking, he's on one side. It's very interesting to me.
Okay.
So poor buddy's going through that. And then I see like obviously all TikToks of people that are like, oh my God, I had that in high school or whatever. Yeah. Like it's very scary.
Yeah. It's not the same thing that like half your face. It's like there's two different things. I think it's not the same thing as Bell's palsy. I don't think it's that.
I don't know. He like went live and talked about half of his face being, he's like, see, I can't, like, there's like no movement. It's not the same.
No, I know that. It's, he named it. I'm like, oh, that's different than the other thing that I knew about when half your face goes numb. Anyway, it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's scary.
It doesn't seem fun no matter what it is.
Oh man, poor buddy. Anyways, that sucks. Sucks for everyone because obviously people like literally are so excited to go see these, like, you know, and I was thinking about so many things. Like last night I watched J-Lo's new Netflix documentary. She definitely is the type of person that Netflix would want as a documentary. She rocked it. Such a good documentary. I would like to watch it every day.
Okay.
It literally is so inspiring. Cried so much.
Okay.
Yes. It was like so inspiring. And she is just like, you just love her times a million now.
What is it like? What is it? What part of her life is it showing?
The halftime show that she was doing. It's like more like at the Super Bowl. So it was like getting ready for that, but she shows like, so it's getting ready for that. And it's like how that happened. Like that's a big part of the idea, but she shares like how she came about. And you know what, for me, it was just, oh my God, I'm not going to say it. Like I saw myself in her, but you know how I like, don't like to fail. Like, you know how I like, don't like to like be told like, this was not it for you. Like, you know what I mean? And so the fact that J-Lo also has like, she wasn't nominated for an Oscar and was really hoping to get nominated. And like, they're like, and she like was Golden Globes. Everyone thought she was going to win, didn't win. And like, she's got nominated in so many, but never nominated for an Oscar, never nominated for a Golden Globe. And just like, she was like getting ready to go to the Golden Globes with this beautiful dress. Her lucky color is green. She like put it on and she's like, I can't lose in this dress. Like this needs to be it. Like she didn't win. And like, it was just like, you know what I mean? Like, and just that disappointment. Like, I can't believe that someone like J-Lo has disappointments and like failures. She doesn't, but like, for her, she's just a human.
It also goes to show you that how like relative it is. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yes, and like when she had the twins, and it was like she was like 42, so like almost 10 years ago, more than 10. She's 53 now, so 10 years ago. Um, there was like a down in her, like basically in her career, and like we don't remember that, but she was like, no one was calling to put me in a movie. No one was calling to, so she then did American Idol, kind of found herself a little bit as like, so for her to have like no one wants me, like that's just insane to me. Like you're an icon, like everyone is just, she still is, but like for her, just a lot. So
is she
beautiful.
still making new music?
She is, yeah, because she did Marry Me, which is her song for her
Okay.
new movie that came out just this year.
Okay.
Um, so, and just like basically she was like being seen by a doctor when she did Hustlers, and the doctor's like, you can't be a singer, a dancer, a producer, an actor, like, but you see her and she's like, what's next? Like, what can I do next? And she's like, I'm at the high of my career right now and I'm 52. And you would think like, is this really the high? Like, I think you had the high. Nope. And she like, it just like proves like makeup. She's like everywhere right now and she's 52. And you would think that would have been it at 25, but no, at 25, she was just like hustling to
Yeah.
like be known. It's insane.
It's important that we like recognize that she's not just successful. She didn't just show up. All these things didn't just fall in her lap. She's hustled and worked. I always like saw her from like our time together. I also always felt like she was a really hard worker. That
Oh my
always came
God.
off to me.
Were you obsessed with Selena?
So sorry, no.
Oh my God, I watched that movie. Oh my God. If I didn't watch that movie 50 times, we know all the songs. Mire and I, we had the CD. Bidi
See,
bidi bum bum. Oh my God.
our age gap is a lot more significant when we talk about like middle school, high school experiences,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
5 years is a big difference then. Like I was, having sex
Drunk.
with college guys while you were watching Selena.
Yes, exactly. So Selena came in 97. So I was only 11 years old and I was obsessed with that movie that she had like died at the end. I cried at bedtime. Like I just like remember how emotionally connected I was to that movie. Fell in love with J-Lo and then all of that stuff. Like just like it was just amazing. Anyways, and you know what? She's like 20 years later finally get recognized for, and so like it's just insane to me that someone like her wouldn't feel recognized all of these years, but like for her, she has like you're at the Golden Globes when you're 30. It doesn't matter if you're nominated or not, just being there is insane to me. Like that's like, but for her, it's like the next piece is being nominated. The next piece is creating a piece of content that people like support and value. And it's just like so cool to see. It's so relative. Like you said, it's so relative.
Did Jeff watch this with you?
Yes, he did.
Did he cry?
Yeah. Yes, I saw him. I saw him. Like there were certain parts, it really was like touchy because she's talking about children and she's talking about the things that Trump did during that time, and like how like when she's like, when I saw the kids in the cages, Jeff is like very emotional when it comes to children, when it comes to like, he definitely gets all like it really gets to him. Know what I mean? He's very emotionally the little buddy. So cute.
So, okay, I'm gonna watch that. I'm excited. I'm then at my house. I was still watching the Pamela Tommy Lee docu series.
It's so good. Like it was really good. It's an hour and a half, just like our documentary. But it was just so good. And I felt like I wanted to watch it again just because she is just so inspiring to keep going. And just, I don't know, there was just like something about that. And also like, man, I love her look. I love her curves. I love her body. And she was like, she's on the red carpet and it's for Selena. And she was actually nominated for a Golden Globe for Selena. She didn't win, but she was not. That was the only two times she was ever nominated for a Golden Globe. Selena and Ramona in Hustlers. And she's like, back then on the carpet, see Heidi Klum and Nicole Kidman, and she's like, everyone's white, blonde, and no body fat.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's like 98, and I see what she's saying. It's just everyone is thin.
Thin.
And she's like, I am not thin. Like that is not like you cannot say like, look at me and say I'm thin, she's like, I'm curvy, I have a booty, I have breasts, like it's just, I'm Latina, like blah blah blah. And then you see her on the red carpet and she is just pumping, like her booty and whatever compares to everyone else is just like amazing. And then they show her like her Versace, her green,
Yeah.
famous Versace dress, and how people were like, whoa, like what is happening right now? Like her body is just everywhere. She's an icon. She's just amazing. She's just hers. Oh my God, it's too much.
You really love her.
I really do. And obviously she made this documentary for people to really like her. And it worked.
Okay.
I'm here for it. Check.
Okay.
Check. Yeah, no, it's really good. And like they end, it's really the idea is to say how much of a good human she is and how
Right.
she like, that's basically it, I would say. Like they're not like, look how much money she makes and look, So it's very much about how she's trying to make an impact in the world and how she felt like she's like, I'm not into politics. Like that's not my place in this world. Like I write about love. I like to sing about love. I like to, but she said, then I realized I almost have like this responsibility to like speak up for the things that like, and can I do it through music? Can I do it through my performances? Can I do it through whatever? So that's really good. And then she sang at the inaugural, did I get that right? Inauguration. And I think that was like almost like her, like she's never done anything that was related to like the White House. You know what I mean? And that was just last year. And I think that's her way of starting to show almost her views in terms of America and where it's going.
Amazing.
Yeah. Wow. This was 32 minutes. We did not get a chance to even talk about social media day. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop it right here. We're going to record another one where we tell you all of the details of Alicia McCarville, what we learned. So if you're into social media and if whatever, like we'll say our favorite things and kind of like where we're going with this. And that'll be a good podcast for Monday, you guys. So don't forget to join our summer special. There is only 10 days left now as you're listening to this. So don't let it fly by. Stay connected to who you want to be. You are not going to count calories. You are not going to count macros. You are probably not going to lose weight. What you're going to do though, is you're going to learn more about your weight loss and you're going to learn more about how we help people live their best life.
Yep. Absolutely. That's it.
So follow us everywhere. You know what to do. Leave a review, share this podcast. Tell us what you thought about everything we said. Did you watch the documentary of J.Lo? What did you think? As you comment, as you leave reviews, that helps us get more views or downloads or whatever you want to call it, whatever this happens on the internet. Okay. Bye everyone.
Bye.